Alright. I should do for the hair. Do hair and eyes first, I guess. So. How big is my pin right now? Let's just make this 50. Maybe not that much. Yeah, sure. If I take this thing, reduce the hue and saturation, it's pretty much. What should I do for eyes then? Okay, let's just say that that's gonna be here. Oh yeah, that's still a thing. That's kind of funny. All right. This doesn't need to be on right now. I haven't got a skin color yet. Do I have that file? I finally convinced myself to save that file because it's just kind of convenient to have around. So look at this. Either it's a JPEG, but it works. Let's go with a little bit rosy. Let's go with here. That is so white. Yeah, I can work with that. Bum. Okay, let's just see if I can work out something with the eyes. Alright, so let's start off. Those are just markings on my monitor, right? Yeah, okay. Should probably wipe that down sometime. Alright. So at least for the first part, do this symmetrically. Just directly pull up. Shave a bit off on the sides. So I want to use only multiply and add glow. So Why is it so randomly hot now? Let's turn that off. Oh, that's gonna need to clean up at some point. Let's just grab the whole pellet and just shove this closer. Yeah, sure. Sure, right there, why not? Happens if I make this a multiply layer, so that it multiplies into the background. But make the inside of the pupil to be Yeah, this is part of the stuff that I have to do separately on both sides rather than symmetrically, so let's tell the ruler to turn off with this. Pokeballs. Oh damn, they do look like Pokeballs. They're supposed to be eyes. Oh boy. They really do look like Pokeballs, don't they? Well, I have been drawing a lot of Pokeballs recently, so that might explain a lot. Hmm. Well, this has to be glow layers. Probably do is the airbrush. Let's get this kind of soft feel. I don't know how much I like that now. Oh wait. Don't I have a... I thought I put in a bottom lid. Did I not? Huh. No, I did. So bottom lash. Okay, so this is the eyeshadow. Want to go with let's see. Should I just not be on the eye? Then you turn off the ruler. Show ruler. I can split this later. Just get this in first. What highlights? They're just plain white. That just spray doesn't palette anyway. Okay, so highlight. Where should I have the light coming from? The pose is like this. So say the light is. I have the light reflecting off it. Okay. So we'll have a highlight here. The bottom side of the eye. And maybe I'll have a highlight here. Then I want, let's see, where is this? Oh, I kept my caps lock. That's not right. Blue light. Oh, you know what? This bit can be symmetrical. Why not? Turn that back on. Howdy. Let's see. How should this go? Go add glow here. I have somewhat of a color palette, so doing okay right now in terms of not scratching my head staring at the color wheels. That's pretty good. I don't know if I like that being symmetrical. Okay, no, I think I'm gonna do this without the symmetry ruler. Put 3 points like this and 2 points here, and kind of just copy that on the other side, kind of roughly. That's okay. Once everything else is in place, it'll look a bit better. Okay, so first off, let us take all of this, put this into a folder, and then clip it to this. Alright, so let's turn this off, turn this off. Oh, the shadow. Turn this off. Yeah, the lines work for that. Let's take the lash. We'll just paint this block. Wait. Oh, right. Sure. Let's put it down here. Fill those corners in. I'll turn the symmetry ruler off. No, you need to be on for this. Let's just put the lid above the lash. Why not? Put that here. Then I want to take the eye color, screen it on top of this. Actually, you know what? Just make a selection out of this. Selection. And whoa. It's gotta go like that, right? Let's go. What was it? Not screen, where's the overlay? This is gonna be merged out, so it doesn't. That looks fine. And now we have our eye normally in place. Hold up. Wait. What? Oh, wait. No, you are normal, you are overlay. Did I do this wrong? Am I stupid? What did I do here? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What the fuck? Got that. Oh, I painted straight on top of this. Oh, that explains a lot. Okay. All right, let's revert it back to that. And now, paint over the top of this. Oh yeah. Was the cringe great? I mean, I changed direction on how I make videos like every couple of months based on stuff I see or stuff I want to try, so it's pretty much anything goes. Let's see. You get any kind of laugh out of them, I'll be pretty happy. That's kind of what I'm aiming for the most part. Apart from when I just had the random rant videos, because that's just me talking out my ass for a while. Okay, Alright, let me just get this out of here. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Turn the face off. Where's the neck? What part is the neck part of? Is it upper body? It's not. Okay, neck's here. Eyes are marvelous. Cheers, it's the biggest fight to make those look half decent. Let's see. It's also, since it's going to be a motion, over detail is actually bad because then it becomes a blur, which is always interesting to manage. Okay, so currently the face more or less looks like this. we take this current skin color. I'm just gonna put these hit parts. Oh, it's like, if it's a still image, it's not as bad, but especially with what people like doing with VTuber models, especially the eyes now, like, they bounce a lot. So if there's too much stuff in there, it looks like a mess. I mean, obviously I'm just talking based on doing this for Live2D for, like, basically for streamers and face tracking. If it's an animation, I'll put a lot more detail. Well, I'll try. I will try. I will not succeed, but I shall try. What do I even call this part? I mean, you see like some of the really beautiful images that people put on Twitter for model art nowadays, and then you see the animation of it later, and it's just like, oh, that was too much detail for that to work. It's like, it's a mess. It's like, it's turned into a complete mess. It's kind of sad when it happens. I mean, it's like, what was it? For a lot of like cartoons, anime, like anything that's like animated, right? You'll see like the original authors, like if it's like a comic book or a manga, you'll see like the original work, right? And the detail of the art is a lot higher, but if it's going to be in motion, you have to lower the detail, otherwise it turns into a blur. Like, it's just part of animation, right? Like, it's a delicate balance of like how much detail can you put in without making it turn into a mess, right? Because like, if it's too busy, once things start moving, especially if you aren't at a really high frame rate, it can look a lot more messy. And also if it's like you can't presume everyone's going to be watching at like an HD, right? So if a lot of your details mingle together a little bit, then at lower pixelations, it will look like a giant mess. Like, and for me, I like to keep it a bit simpler. One, it's easier to manage because I'll also be the one rigging this, doing the animations. So part of me being lazy and making it manageable is to keep it simpler while also incorporating all the portions that people like these days. What am I doing? I want to do the hair now. Haven't actually really decided on the overall hair color too much, but yeah. I mean, the people you really have to watch out for, the Twitter police, right? They come for anyone. I can just leave the face there for now. I need to turn off the back hair, and I need to turn off... let's turn off the side here. Actually, no, I should probably do... Okay, I need to turn off just this... okay, this split this into top. And I think the funniest thing I've seen recently with the Twitter police was it with the Neo Genshin character release or something, the YouTube comments were all super friendly and all really encouraging, and then the Twitter police came out in force on Twitter. It was just like absolutely slamming it. It was great. Alright, what are we working with? Let us first go with this. Okay, I'm just gonna slap on flat colors here for now and just see about over explicit. This doesn't curve back around to the root. If I say the root is where this is, technically I can move this, so it's not actually that big of an issue, but I still kind of want to shift this along a little bit. So say we take this and curve it. I don't really want to curve it too much because that just makes the deformer really messy to work with. You know, I'm just gonna leave that. Isn't cancel culture like really bad the closer you get to America? I mean, I'm in the very fortunate position where America is across the world from me, so it's like I just get to laugh at all the stupid shit that comes out of there. It's great. Okay, let us turn off the ruler, because that is stupid. Let's get rid of that. Let's just like bend this back in towards the root. I don't know why I'm going to try and do this, because honestly it doesn't have to abide by the rules that aggressively. Okay, let's just turn that off, turn that off. What is that? That is what? Okay, put that in. Just plop in all the flats and just see how this looks after a while. Let's just color that in. You know, I'm not going to fix the end of that. That's fine, honestly. Alright, how long should I make this piece? Making it longer makes it easier to visualize while working on it, but honestly making it longer also makes animating the physics a giant pain in the butt, so I guess we're going to go with this. Is the Prime Minister a giant pain in the butt? I mean, I don't really take too much part in politics, so I've reached a point in life where it's just like, especially with our government where I'm from, we don't expect them to actually go through anything they say, which is probably not the best way to go about politics, but we vote for the person who sounds better to listen to. It's reached that point. Because, let's be real, debates nowadays in politics is the opposition who's currently not in power will try and pick out everything bad about the current person, while the current person will throw out a bunch of random promises that they won't deliver on. And then once they find enough bad things to dig out for your current leader, the other party will take over, and then it becomes vice versa. They do the exact same thing again. That's probably a horrible take on politics, but hey. It's kind of like how it is, right? I mean, I barely care about politics, so I shouldn't really talk about it. Let's see if the person in power over here gets switched over anytime, because the current party is slipping. I mean, unless the person in power is actually like wilding out, then I wouldn't really say too much. It's just like, yeah, we're just gonna listen to you make a bunch of promises you're not gonna deliver on. It's fine. It's like, you sound better than the other guy, so I'll vote for you. Yeah, I want to keep this as square as possible, because that makes animating it 10 times easier. Okay, I'm just gonna actually put these two pieces below this piece. Let's see. I need the head for this portion, so I need this too, and I also need the side portion. Let's go with that. It's gonna go from here out a little bit here, and then just go because this just has to sit. This is just a block of color that has to sit here, and that's good enough. All right. Turn the side off, turn the center off, and we'll just put that in, and then we'll just turn this bit off. Okay. All right. So, what am I looking at here? Okay, so we can kind of bend this back towards the root here. Let's see. Yeah, this will be good enough to work with. Do I need to go all the way back to the root? No, leave that to the top part. Yeah, that's probably a smart decision. Leave that to the top. Oh yeah, probably want this piece at the top. Isn't that how it usually goes unless they're like super unpopular and they know it? What did I do to this spot? What the fuck was I doing here? What the crap is this? Oh, there's a... wait. Oh, that's stupid of me. Okay. Sure. Let's just get rid of that part, and then I want for this to get rid of this line, and this line. Because that is part of this. Oh boy. Alright, okay, so given that this block of color is like this. Okay, I don't have a giant block of color here, so I'm gonna have to make it so that this part goes most of the way down from here, like so. Okay, I'm just gonna... yeah, why not? We'll like go like this. As long as this merges in with the top portion, it will work. It's a bit of copium in there, but it's good enough. Plot that in. Hopefully this doesn't mess with the top portion too much, but I can work around that. Okay, so what am I looking at here? Let's go yoink. How's that connecting? That's good enough. Then we'll just kind of curve it in towards... like that, why not? Oh, wait. He has great hair. that feels like the point. That's like almost feels like the point that we have over here, where it's just like, well, you know, this guy's easier to listen to, so we'll vote for this guy. It's like, this guy looks bad to look at while he's giving the speeches, so vote for him, right? Like, like he's probably not going to do anything anyway, and so is the other guy. So we might as well just put the guy who looks a little bit better on TV. Why not? That's actually pretty common though, isn't it? It's like those big regional ones, where it's just like, it's always this one person. God damn it. Okay, here we are. I don't actually know these like big voting blocks where I'm from, but I also don't pay attention. I just throw my vote and call it a day, so that's probably my own problem. Let's go. Yeah, I think I usually end up voting for the progressives, typically speaking. Oh, that's... Oh, no. Oh, oh, jeez. Oh. Alright, well, let's not do that again. Plug that hole. Alright, what's happening up here? Why is there a gap here? Alright. Okay, that currently looks like that. Is that all the front parts? It was, okay. Okay, I should probably actually separate this. Top goes above that, and then the side goes below this. I could get rid of this water. Okay. I haven't actually fully decided on how I want the side here to look at this exact point. Should probably actually decide that before I do anything. I don't want this to be symmetrical, so... Let us say for this side that... Where's my pin? We're gonna bring this... Say like this. Then we're gonna cut that bit off. Oh no, we're gonna cut this bit off. These have to be separate pieces. It will help if it's separate pieces. Okay, what I'm gonna do is take this and let's just lasso as well as I can, just that part. And then we're gonna cut off this. Oh. Cut that off and cut that off, and then we should be left with a piece like that. Okay. Sorry how much I like this curve. Either way, this is side right front. Let's call it that. Then we can actually cut off. Turn this off. Cut this part completely off. Then take this piece and copy paste. Well, actually, no, I can cut this one. Oh. Cut, paste to side, back. Well, side, right, back. That leaves me with these two pieces. Okay. Is the gun laws over there as well? Or they're getting stricter? I just presume that you're not in America, then the gun laws are like mildly strict at the very least. In my corner of the world, we don't deal guns at all. So I won't have much to say about that. Doesn't the government have to do like a buyback if they straight up ban guns? Well, at least that's what they did over here. When they brought in like this big sweeping gun law changes, they had to do like this massive buyback. Otherwise, people will freak the fuck out. It's like. Huh. For the most part, they also like actively came out and was like, for us, it was like, hey, we're banning all of these guns. If you have one, we'll buy it off you, and that was like basically how they got the populace to actually go out and hand over their guns. Aren't BB and pellet guns for the most part like reasonable? Like they're not weapons of mass destruction, as people like to call it. I mean, as long as you're not like being a jackass, it's okay for the most part, isn't it? Usually, if someone talks about banning them, it's because some idiot decides to try and pop their neighbor's kid. What is this? What's this layer? When you ask me about the gun laws from America that I get to hear about every now and then that's where I'm like questioning it. Uh... Hmm. Why do you need a 50 cal pellet gun? Like, what are you doing with it? Like, seriously. I mean, that's speaking as someone from a country that doesn't really deal with guns in the civilian side. Like, I don't understand, like, what you need that much firepower for, even if it's like a pellet gun. Oh, can you? Oh, yeah, because was it? If you, like... Oh, if it's good enough for hunting, then yeah, I get why you need a hunting license, or like a gun license. That makes a bit more sense. I don't know, whenever people talk about gun laws, it's always like, why do you need that much firepower? like, what are you fighting? I mean, it's like hunting a recreation, then it's like, okay, sure. Wait, why do you need an auto gun? Don't you usually use like, I just presume hunting usually use those like, one shot at a time, kind of like big bang rifles. I don't know what they're called. Because hunting rifles, aren't they usually supposed to just like put one big shot into something and then call it a day? I don't do any hunting, so I'm talking on my ass. Side, left, front. Color, and then we just turn this off and cut off this line and this line. All guns have that kind of charm, right? It's like they look nice. This is side, left, back. Then just take that line off, and this line. Oh, you did that over here. People look at you funny because no one carries any kind of firearm. Like Kevlar's the bulletproof vest, right? I'm not like super high, am I? Can they actually force that? How do you like go up to someone's car and just be like, bro, you have bulletproof windows, what the hell, man? Like, how do you check that? Like, can you actually enforce bulletproof windows? Bum. dum. Okay, let's go. Ba-ba-bum. Let's just connect that up. Then turn this off. Turn these off. Oh boy, that was a bit. Hum 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 hum. All right. So now we have this portion completely separated essentially. Now that looks like this. Let's just put this as right and left. All right, so now I have this portion. How much leeway do I have with this? Isn't firearm like crimes usually more affected by, was it? Actually, I have no idea what I'm talking about because we don't have that over here. I'm just not going to comment on it. I think the only gun violence we have here nowadays is like gang violence. And even then is like pretty limited. Usually they just have fist fights and, well, the occasional knife. How do you end up with a rocket launcher anyway? You pretty much have to get that through the black market, don't you? Doesn't really feel like something you can get a hold of that easily. I don't know. It's that. Then we're gonna take this portion. Cut that, paste that, and now this is the right. Guns, I'm honestly not surprised. The rocket launcher, I'm a bit more surprised. I mean, you're bordering, was it, America? Of course it's easy to get guns. Like... It's like them over there, they won't let go of them no matter what they do. It's like the conservatives there are absolutely crazy. I mean, I would be very interested to know like what a regular civilian needs a rocket launcher for. Oh boy. Let's see. Isn't that like, was it the talk about whether restrictions piss people off more than if you just let them have it? Or something like that? I don't hear anything from Canada because any gun violence thing that happens, America makes a bigger noise, so we hear everything from America. Because it's been the biggest topic of debate for them over there in the recent history. Okay, so that looks like this. If we turn the side down. I mean, I'll be real, I don't care too much for gun talk. It's just not part of our culture, so I don't know how to talk about it. Let's turn on the ruler for this. Okay, I'll turn this and this off, and this is essentially the crown of the head. Turn that off, turn this on. Oh dear, oh no, oh. Okay, alright. Okay, let's just see what this all looks like with everything at the same time now. Alright, now this looks like this. Looks fine. Alright. Okay, we had to put that color piece below everything else. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just the top color and put it below everything in the hair folder. I'll take this portion now. This portion, I'm gonna just slide it along a little bit here, so that's more covered. Gonna take this. Actually, gonna put this into here below this. Okay. I'm gonna thin this line. So this is... Oh wait. I'm gonna take this and thin the line a little bit. It's not as jarring. I can actually do this on the other side as well. Stand the front down. Okay. All good. Okay, yeah, that looks way less jarring. Okay, so then we have the please go inside the... Oh wait, what the... Why is this all over the place? Right goes in here. Oh wait, is this still... No, that's in here. What happened? Oh, you go in here. Okay. I actually want to increase the length of the line there a little bit. Okay, so ears. As much as I hate doing ears, just turn the head. I'll take the head color, turn the head off. Then we're going to with the symmetrical ruler. Let's color this in. I'm not going to do too much detailing work with this. Something like that. I'm gonna put the ears behind the headline portion. It looks like that. Then the neck. How far extended is this actually right now? Is that enough? Oh, so, alright, can I cheat here and just go... That's not a good idea. I lose the shape a little tiny bit like that, but it'll be fine. Okay, gonna take the neck. I'm just gonna crown it off at the top. And bring it down and crown it off at the bottom. And this could pretty much be a straight object because it's essentially front facing. Turn the mouth. Where's the mouth? And that is the neck color. Okay. Alright. That is one part. Neck actually has to go pretty far down into the clothing portion, actually. Gonna have to rearrange a lot of the clothing parts. But we'll turn the neck off for now, or turn at least the color off for now. Alright, I haven't decided on the color palette for this. So this is going to be the great fun part here. I don't need the ruler anymore because nothing here is symmetrical, because I am crazy. And decided not to make anything symmetrical to increase workload. Alright, so, what color should this be? The greatest challenge. What color should it be? Alright, let's turn the arm off for a bit. Okay, so, I can add more detail to this afterwards as well, so it doesn't have to be the most detailed thing in the world straight away. What should I do with the color here? Alright, let's bring us some reference images, why not? I need to find something to go for the color. Hello. Welcome back. All the messages for the other fella got retracted. I don't know, YouTube did that on its own because you guys were talking about guns. Like, because they just started disappearing from the chat. I'm pretty sure after the stuff that happened, you're just retracting them. Okay, sure. I don't know how chill YouTube is these days with gun talk. So it's all good. It's just kind of funny just watching them like always just start retracting because in the OBS chat that I'm looking at, they just disappear. They don't tell me what happened to them. It's like, oh, like did the website just ban the guy? Because if I'm really lazy, I could just go like this dark grey or black outfit. Or I could go with a light color, which requires more shading in the long run. I mean, I will say, like, should be like a little careful with the gun talk in general. You don't know, like, who actually is cool with it. For me, I'm just curious about what people think about it, because honestly, I don't... It's not part of my culture, I don't care about it at all. So it's like, it's more like a piece of foreign culture that's interesting to me, rather than like something that's part of my life. What color should I do here? Essentially looks like a uniform, so it's like easiest if I just go with like a dark color, because uniforms are designed to reduce individuality. I mean, I actually don't know if BB guns are actually legal over here. They might be banned. I wouldn't be surprised. Because guns just aren't part of our culture, so no one sees the need for them, and they can cause accidents, so... I'm really struggling on picking a color here. Because the hair's already kind of this like yellowy color, but then removing individuality with a uniform is the standard of what a uniform does. So honestly, it doesn't matter if I go with the same color. Or I just go black. Some kind of black color or very dark gray color. I mean, I will say one thing I'm interested in is like, why is it the conservative side is the ones that like guns? Is it just like something about the history or something? Because that's the same in America, isn't it? It's like it's always because the Republicans are the conservative ones, and they're the ones that like get backed by the Rifle Association. I really don't know what to do with this color here. To go over like a blue. The eyes are already blue, so we'll go over green. Let's just go blue on the eyes and the clothing, and then the hair is like this yellowy, orangey, browny color. So let's say light gray and gold trim. Yes. Gold trim. Main thing is I have to find a reference for a couple of parts at the very least, because I haven't like fully added detail or like the lines for the details. I'm looking at some things with trim in them right now, or like a trim around it. Gray. The problem with a lighter color is that you can really see through where I'm not very good at shading in the creases in clothing. It's like, so there are times I try to avoid such colors, but actually no. I think this color is a nice color. Hold up, let me just bring this into the thing. I go with like a color like that. I just had changed my background, my paper color again, because it's currently the same color as the paper. Let's just make this. Let's just make this even darker. Let's make this like. Okay, I can't see my lines. That's an issue. I don't want to make my paper color some really ugly, weird color, but I might have to. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be using any dark green, so we're going to make our paper dark green. It's going to be really jarring to look at, but bear with me. Take like this kind of color. I think this kind of color look okay. It's a Neo party. I mean, for me, the main interesting part for me is why conservatives love the gun so much. Because just was it, from my perspective as a person from a culture that did not include guns, I don't see the need for a civilian to own a gun on a day-to-day basis. Actually, yeah, I might take the blue again. Might just give this a little bit of a color change about. Actually, let me make this lighter and use this for lining. I don't have any kind of ribbons or ties right now, but that's fun as well. Kind of want to keep the general color selection for clothing to be a bit more limited. Yeah. It's like if you're a hunter, then it's like, okay, sure, you have like a shotgun or a rifle. It's like, okay, cool. And like, I guess in the countries where you can't have firearms, like, was it a self-protection pistol makes like some sense, but just like, why do you have an automatic firearm? They're like, what are you fighting? That's always my first question whenever someone talks about it. It's like, what are you fighting? So what do you need that much power to fight? Or like if they have like a high caliber sniper, it's just like, what? Like seriously, what are you fighting? Okay, what I think I'm going to do for this part right now is I'm going to add in a lining with a thinner pin. Let's see. Because what was it? There was like all these jokes, especially for us since we don't have guns pretty much at all in our households. What was it? They were making a whole bunch of jokes when there was like the screenshots of the Zoom calls from the US political parties, and all the Republicans just had like these massive like walls of gun displays behind them. And it's just like, wow, compensating much. It's like, okay. So like that's one thing I don't get. Like, how do like how does having firearms make your economic status or your rights better when you're a civilian? Like, I don't get that part. Let's just go. Let's see. Like, I mean, yeah, like, keeping in mind that I'm speaking from, we don't have guns here, like, and we don't see the need for them. It's like, okay, it's your right to own one, but why do you need one? Right? Like, that's like the question that ends up being posed. It's like, okay, fine, like, you can have your gun, but why do you need it? It's like, I don't get why you need it. Like, like, do you have it just for the sake of it, or do you just like, are you gonna use it? It's like, if you're gonna use it, like, what are you gonna use it on? It's just like, I don't know. It's just like, it's those kind of questions, right? That is really thick for lining. Probably shouldn't use this bright of a color if I'm going to do lining like that. I'm going to use a color like this. This will work better if I have this thick of a line out here. Oh dear. Why do you do that? Jeez. Oh boy. Bum. Okay. Yeah, but it's like, for self-defense, like, do you need a rifle? Like, can you make do with a pistol? And also, like, was it... How often do you find... Like, do you actually find the point where it's like, I need to actually defend myself? I feel like something else has gone wrong fundamentally. By the time you require a gun to defend yourself. Okay, so gonna go. Oh wait. I mean, I'll be real, like, if you leave your house in the morning with the assumption that you may get stabbed, I feel like there's already something fundamentally wrong with just the system. I mean, if the argument, like, I don't know, for me, if the argument is always self-defense, then, like, I would say if you're gonna put a ban on, like, firearms, then you should be banning, rifles, and you should be allowing pistols. Because, I don't know, from my perspective, I just presume a pistol has less overall massacre power than a rifle when it comes down to, like, the mass shootings. I don't know if it's right to assume that. It's like, I mean, I presume, like, yeah, I guess if someone is really good at aiming, then they can actually pop one person for each bullet in their magazine. Let's see. But it's like, yeah, it's like if you're literally leaving your house and it's like, oh, I might get stabbed today. There's something more fundamentally wrong with, like, your township and your society than requiring guns. Like, I'll be real, like, that sounds a bit more wild. Okay. Well, that's just a bad neighborhood then, isn't it? I mean, if it's like a bad neighborhood and you want your government solution to be like, allow guns for self-defense, then like from my perspective, the government's response should really be, hey man, we're gonna actually like do something about this problem and make it so that there's not so many drugs that you require a gun for self-defense. Like, the problem should be solved at an earlier stage than like civilians having to take it into their own hands, right? Isn't that what law enforcement's supposed to be for? I mean, I don't know like how bad the general public trust of law enforcement is for you over there. That sounds like a thing that should be addressed before it comes down to civilians having to shoot each other. Okay, could pretty much just slap a color straight onto this. The cops are corrupt. Oh, wait. But yeah, like that's another thing. Like, if the cops are corrupt and the government's not doing anything about it, then isn't the change you're supposed to be pushing for is that they should go do something about it. Not... Because, like, I don't know, I would trust the government less if their response to, hey man, we have a junkie problem, right? We need to defend ourselves, and their answer is, hey man, here's a gun, go do something about it yourselves. Like, I'll trust the government less on that than like, hey man, we're actually going to try and do something to like, make this not a problem. Like, is that really, like, I'm not that crazy or like out there with my opinion, is it? Like you should be like, hey man, we have this like problem, like you should do something about it. And not, hey man, we have a problem, but you should solve it yourselves. Because that's, I feel like, more when you shouldn't be trusting government. It's when it reaches that point. I mean, yeah, I understand, like, the government not actually doing anything about it. Because that's just standard for pretty much every country nowadays, unless it, like, benefits the economy in some way. Alright, so that is one side right now. How's that feel? Actually feels okay. I might actually add a lining to the bottom of this too. You know, I might actually just want to keep this as a single color. Yeah, I don't really know anything about your Prime Minister, so I'm not going to make any comments about it. I shall reserve comments on that front. I mean, I've already given my take on politics. I don't expect the government to actually do anything. Like, as long as they take like the bigger problems, it'll be like, okay. I'm just gonna put some food in my mouth hole, so this might be a little loud. I apologize for chewing noises. Alright, is that some wild as, what you call it, tourist attraction that some person came up with? I mean, most things are a waste of money, let's be real. It's like, unless it's like some record-breaking thing, then it's probably going to be a waste of money. Because no one... Well, people will see it once and then do it, hyper it will die. A statue or status. Oh way. Our statues like a giant waste nowadays as well, unless like you have to be like really special to get a statue now, don't you? Like just write a book, god damn it. Just have one of those like fancy biographies and call it a day. That's all good. It was pretty much like a lesson on foreign culture for me. It was interesting. I guess like from my point it would be like, yeah, be careful like whose chat you take that to, because some people don't like it. But they'll probably like say something if they don't like it, so... Provinces are always like that though, isn't it? Like, the bigger your country and the bigger your spread, especially like how people settled in, the bigger the changes, right? I actually don't know like any major culture differences for like the regions from where I'm from. Like, I don't think there's like too many major differences. Maybe the accent gets stronger, but that's really about it. Like the accent gets stronger and the house prices go down the further you get away from the capital. But I think that's the same as like all countries. Like the further away you are from the business hub, the cheaper it gets. Well, that's a beautiful split then, isn't it? You have a civil war just beyond the two sides. It's going to be great. I shouldn't joke about that. That's a serious topic. Okay, let's see. We're going to make this the same color as this. Oh boy. But you actually have that beautiful capitalist communist split. Why do I have some string stuck to me? What the heck is this? Color. It's gonna go. Do that. Let me just focus a little bit. It's gonna need to work out how to get this bit around the hand. Do I have some skin showing? I don't. Where's my skin color? It's this color, right? Alright, let's take this and put it below this. Take this. Is it this part? Yep, take this part and pull it below this. Okay. How do you have people that bored that they're running around killing people? I don't think I've heard like any news about a serial killer in years that isn't like some kind of fictional story. And that's the one you mentioned before, right? Let me just try and work out what I'm doing here. Because the spot has to connect to a back piece because it has to wrap around the back. people still hitchhike. I thought that was like hitchhiking was completely gone nowadays because of how often you just have like problems coming up from kidnappings or other stuff or other crimes from hitchhiking. I don't think I've heard about anyone actually hitchhiking in a long time. Or maybe it's just like blown under the cover and never talked about. Oh yeah. 20... Yeah, it's like the... I don't know, like, serial killers are like, the kind of story you hear literally like once. Like, what? I mean, 20 years would probably be about right. Like, maybe 50 years for some... Why is there a mosquito in my room? What the fuck? Where did it go? Hold up, I am just gonna slap this thing. It might be very loud in the microphone if I can reach it. Jeez, my hand! Oh, God! I did not reach it, and I couldn't hit it properly. God damn it. That hurt. I mean, I'm in a small country, so we don't hear about that kind of stuff pretty much at all. Well, at the very least, it's not a major issue. Let's see. Oh, that actually filled itself in nicely. Oh yeah, I was gonna make this a little thicker. Let's just go. Can I do that? Oh, let me do that. Thank God very much. Let me do that. Alright, what the hell happened here? Oh my. Oh, I probably should need a different paper color. Isn't that like more gang problems though? If you have like literally just organized people waiting to jump cars. I mean, I'm honestly surprised the gang issues in my country are they're actually really chill. They're actually, a lot of times, they're like some of the best bros that you can run into on the streets. Because the gangs here are more like, was it brotherhoods than they are like actual organized crime syndicates? Which I always found a little interesting. I mean, yeah, there'll be like fights between gangs, but like they try to keep it between themselves, and they'll like actively try to avoid civilians. Which is like pretty cool, and it's like you actually like bump into any of them. They're always like super chill. You know, like, was it how much you can talk about the police being corrupt? I'm honestly surprised, like, no one's done anything about it. I feel like that would be, like, an issue that people would actually try and fix. Or was it one of those really dumb ones where, like, every time someone comes up with a corruption allegation, like, was it one or two people get fired and then they get gone on the day? It's like, yeah, we got rid of them, totally. We got rid of that one person, yeah. It's good enough, yeah. Oh, way. Isn't like, aren't policemen supposed to be paid like pretty well? Like, I just presume, for the most part, police shouldn't really be hurting on income. At least over here, like, police, no matter what position you're in, even when you're, like, a fresh cadet, and my understanding is, like, you have, like, a respectable pay. So it's like, you don't have many issues. Like, it'll be comfortable enough pay, no matter what. Or maybe we do have like a bit more of a humble streak down here where we don't actively ask for as much. But are they like not government funded? If they're a separate organization, then I'm not going to say anything because that's just an organization thing, like a business thing. If someone decides to make a separate police organization, that's their problem. Like, it's like normally if you're basically paid for by the government as a government organization, like if you get scammed out of any money by whoever's paying you, it's like you'll be taken to court like straight away, and you can't really get out of it. So, what's happening here? Okay, so we can usually there's like this bit of lining that comes out from below your sleeve where the fabric basically is attached under your armpit, and that is where we want the split, which is right about here. I just really pulled that out of my ass, but okay. Oh, this is in the wrong layer. Okay, let me just make a new layer. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do the color here like so. Oh boy. I mean, yeah, I can get the corruption parts for stuff like that. Like, if they're not even reaching court, then there's definitely an issue that's like more higher up than the actual justice system. What I want to do here, I want to just bring this down. But isn't that also what people say about was it capitalism in general? It's like if you have the money, you can get away with anything. I mean, it was like to talk about how was it the theme for each Squid Game, like game in that show was talking about the failures of capitalism. The judges, your judges are corrupt. Then there's no helping it now, is there? That's a very, that's a much larger problem than the police. Okay, I'm actually going to draw a line from below the armpit down, just to give this fabric split here. Okay, I'll do that. Oh yeah, then I want to also, where is the back part? Where's the back part? Oh, jeez. Okay, so from about here, I want to just bring this out. And just curve this around. Then also for this back portion, we want to bring this around and then it's not this part. Oh, it's not. God damn it. Do that. It's this part, right? Okay. We're building more wars. I think at this point, Trump's proven that wars don't really work. Like, or at the very least, if you suggest building a war these days, you're just going to be made fun of. Oh no. When it comes down to it, isn't a war kind of ugly? Like, that's the main problem with them, right? They're like kind of an eyesore. I mean, was it when Trump was first building his wall, and there was like a lot of talk about it. I respect some of the ideas that came up. They're like, was it? Yeah, we're gonna put art murals on this wall, or we're gonna put, was it solar power panels onto this wall? It's gonna be like actually pretty. If you're gonna do that, then it's like, okay, cool. That's actually kind of cool. But you're just gonna make it an eyesore. That's like, bruh, like, that's an eyesore, man. Wait, where? It's this piece, right? Yeah, it's this piece. I want. Give me this color. Oh dear. I am super lost. Where am I? Oh, here we go. Okay, we want to just bring this in. So back side of the body. Then I want to you have a natural wall. Do you really need to build a new wall? Mountains look nice, right? Mountains are cool. What the fuck happened here? Why is that line just sticking out of nowhere? Alrighty, okay. So that now looks like this. That is the back portion that covers for the back side of the body, or takes into account the side of the body. Okay, we need the arm now. I'm just gonna put torso. And torso back. All right. Why is this a different color? God dang. That just scared the crap out of me for some reason. Oh boy. I've already had to change the layer color to look at this once. It's not really that much of a problem if, like... Was that big a problem for people to still be speaking French in parts of Canada? Like, my only knowledge of this is that some parts were colonized by the French, so they speak French there, and that's the limits of my knowledge, so... I'm not going to say anything fitted in that. I mean, I guess it's an inconvenience that you don't know French, but... It's also, was it not enough of a problem that you should really be worrying about it? Got the sharp bit on the edge there. I want this to look kind of hard. What is this piece? Oh, it's over down here. Oh, it's the back of the hand. Oh, the sleeve. Wait, do I need the back of that? What the heck is happening? Oh yeah, I do need the back of that. Okay, oh, this... I need to redraw this part. Okay, I think this part's fine. We could take this and... up. Okay, just going to get rid of this part, get rid of this part, get rid of this part, and just paint that in. Okay, take the hand out of here. Okay, I need to, at the very least, change up this curve. What part is this? This is this part. Okay. Going to make this go more like this. And cut that out. Then we take this color and color this in. Oh, actually, wait, I need to change this a little bit. Let's just curve this in a bit early. Cut that out. And plop this in. Okay, so now for the bottom, it looks... Where's the bottom? Look at that, okay. Don't you have to be like deep in that territory to like require French though? Canada mostly speaks English, right? I'm not super high when I say that, right? It's like the very, like, was it specific regions that still do, and even then it's like secondary or something. It's like, it's not the main. It's almost like, was it, you may as well know it as a hobby language than actually knowing the language or something. Yeah. Okay, so now I need the bottom of this piece. I need this grey color again. I mean, it's like, was it? When it comes down to it, as long as the people from those regions can also speak English, it's like, who cares if they can speak French, right? It's like, yeah, like, if they want to speak French to each other, it's like, cool, do your thing, but like, if you're required to communicate outside of the region, then I guess you have to speak the same language as everyone else. It's like, that's fine. As long as, like, communication isn't disrupted, it's like, honestly, who cares? Like, if it's not inconveniencing anyone, it's not enough of a problem to actually worry about. Right? Like... Okay, the arm now looks like this. And now we have the hand. Okay. This hand is going to cause me issues. It's going to be great. Sure, the nails. I don't even know where to keep the nails. Are they using the mothballs for the actual intended purposes, or are they just sniffing them? They're that twitchy. Oh, these fingers are separated. Oh, this is going to cause me so much pain. Alright, I'm going to start coloring the hand. It's going to be horrifyingly annoying. Okay, so first off, the wrist. Do I have skin color somewhere? I don't. Where's my palette? Here we go. Skin color. Well, that was more of a yikes. Did she pay for it at least? That's a yikes. Come on, man. You're gonna, like, eat it, like, at least pay for it. Someone made that chicken nice and fat just for you to sink your grubby teeth into it. Oh boy. A scooter, what, like a moped, or or those like utility scooters that you have to use if you're like sick or was it disabled? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised about a weight limit. Like let's be real. No matter how you make it, it has to be like somewhat lightweight and be able to carry people at the same time. Oh, that's what happens when there's not the commonly spoken language in the country, right? Like, you just won't hear that many people using it. I mean, we have like two national languages here. You don't hear one of them because it's considered a dying language and no one knows how to speak it. It's actually hilarious in a way and also really sad. Well, it is like a sad thing that like a language is dying, but it's like a reality that literally no one knows how to speak the language. So, I guess that's what happens when it comes. The reality is that the country was colonized by Britain back in the day, and the whole culture gets like phased out because of it. All these finger joints are separated. They're gonna cause me so much pain later. It's gonna be great. Okay, what's a First Nation language? Is this what first world countries? Like what classifies as a First Nation? Because that's literally the first time I've ever heard this classification. And without sounding like a complete asshole, that sounds incredibly big. Like, what was it? Like bigotry. Native American. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. That's also a dying language, isn't it? From what I heard, like, there's a problem with, there's like a big problem with the language dying out. Because that's what's happening over here as well. The language of the original natives has more or less completely died out and is really limited. Yeah, I understand that. That makes a ton more sense. But isn't the problem how difficult it is to teach because no one knows it? I think I heard someone talking about how they were actually planning to learn one of those languages, and it was going to cost them like a shit ton of money per lesson because it's just like, was it a service that just doesn't exist anywhere? So it's like you either take this extortionist costs or you don't get to learn it. Because there's no incentive to teach it, right? Isn't that how it goes for like every country though? History is written by the winners. Cause like over here, the language that's like dying out, the government's actually making an effort to like make it so that it'll get passed down. So there's like at least some hope that the language won't completely die, at least in the near future. You know, still expected to die out eventually. I mean, with like what you hear about colonizing the Americas, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't care about the language at all. Oh wait. I do appreciate, like, was it my country, and for the most part, has made like a genuine effort to, like, at the very least, embrace parts of history and culture that's like being lost. So it's not gonna be lost immediately, or as immediate as it comes with aspects of history. Let's go like. Alright, that is that finger. This is gonna look horrible once it comes out, I just know it. I need to palm up for this. I really have 3 joints here, oh my god. This is something like... let's turn the wrist down as well. Alright, where is the stretch to? This is up to here, so we're gonna do... basically the palm, the muscle of the thumb, which is something like this. Then I need to turn this off. Okay. Then just color that in. Oh yeah, the wrist. Color that in, just fill in the gaps here. Okay. Then we want to oh, wait. I'm just gonna get you and shift you this way. That's totally not gonna break anything. Alright. Okay, alright, so that is, for the most part... Okay, how's this look coming out? Wow, that turned out a lot better than expected. Okay. Got some weird lines in some spots, but it actually looks a lot better than I thought this was going to turn out. Okay, I can clean up the lines later, but you also consider the fact that the hand, for the most part, is also going to be covered around the wrist area. Hey, nailed it. And I'm currently standing in complete darkness. Where's my light? Usually when you have to split the fingers for finger motion in the Live2D animated portion, the fingers end up looking like a giant shit show, but I made it as straight as I could, pretty much. I guess it also helped that I drew like a little bit of the nail in so that I could actually see roughly which way the finger's facing. I don't know, I just kind of learned that fingers aren't actually that cylindrical. They're more like a, was it... What's a long version of a cube? Like a 3D rectangle. What is that called? Is it just called a... Well, something like that. Whatever that's called. It's like the rectangular part of the finger. You got to watch movies in class? Oh my god. I think the only movies we got to watch were... I don't know if we watched any movies or documentaries at all about my country's history as I was going through school, come to think of it. But then again, our country's history isn't that interesting in terms of the movies because they didn't actually start coming out till I was well out of school and people actually started caring again. So that might also be part of the issue. Like the general effort to preserve our country's history has only started in like the past like 10 something years. Or at least that's how it feels. Oh, I drew those. Oh. Alright, let us not do that on that layer and be smart about it and do it on this layer. Okay. I actually can't remember any cool movies that I got to watch as a student. There was like a couple of interesting ones during history class in high school. Or as we like to call it here, college. That confuses everyone. It's my favorite thing to say to literally anyone who isn't from the country. The history's longer. That's more. That's like the main thing, right? And there's also more conflicts. Like us down here in the corner of the world, our history is comparatively short. Did I just do this on skin color? What the fuck am I doing? Holy shit. Give me this gray. Right, you actually got to watch The Simpsons and Spider-Man, these classic or cultural hits of the modern era. The one time we watched something funny, it was because someone had the DVD for the South Park movie in their bag. And the teacher wasn't there, so we put on the South Park movie for some reason. On the, was it classroom TV. And that was about as exciting as our movies got. Alright. Can I actually stretch that out further? Yeah, I can, because of how far that stretches out. Alright, let's now proceed to the shirt. Do I need to redraw this a little bit? Oh, that can wait. Alright, do I have right and left separated here? I do not. Okay, Is that the only right and left that exists? It is. Okay. Right. Left. And the center pieces. Oh, it's called a band because that's the thing that I'm not calling a zipper because I refuse to draw zippers. And the back. Just put that in a folder on its own. Did I put a folder for the back portion of the jacket? I didn't. I'm going to put you in a folder so I can close you easily. Back. Alright. Alright. I'll turn this off. Turn these off. Okay, I need to decide on what color to make this now. Oh, Schindler's List I did get to watch during school. That is what I do remember because it was actually very interesting. I just like a lot of things about history. Apparently, I do enjoy a good bit of history. I'll admit I don't really care much for history, but I do find it interesting at the very least. Put this into the back. I mean, with the current day and age, I can say that universities are giant capitalism scam. Like, no one gives a crap how long you study in university. It's like, you don't get the skills you needed for the workforce either. So, yeah, I'm just gonna put this into here. Like, shit, man, like, looking back on it, I should have tried to get an apprenticeship, probably. An apprenticeship would have been a lot better, because that actually leads into a job. Like, a fucking degree doesn't get you shit. And if you get anything higher than a degree, then you're overqualified for some reason, even though you haven't worked before. It's like, what the hell is happening? Like, if you go any higher than a degree, then you're literally, you may as well work for a university and just do research there. Because that's all you can actually do, because you're overqualified for any other job. I mean, yeah, like, it's a requirement for, like, when you're job hunting, right? Because it's the easiest thing for HR to put on a job advertisement is, hey, man, I hope you have the qualifications from a university in the field that we work in. But let's be real. When you enter the job, you have none of the skills required to actually do the job. And they just, like, complain a whole bunch while they're training you because they have to invest in actually training you. Did I do this on the right side? I did. Okay, good. I don't actually need to split this because it's going to be behind everything. Do I still need this line? This line was more in there so that I could work out exactly where I was drawing. Let me just color in this line as well. Because this was supposed to mark the front half of the body. Okay, so this is the bit of the breast that come out from this piece of clothing, that stretches from this piece of clothing, basically. So, first off, let us cut a little bit of this off because this is actually too long right now. If it comes down to it, like university, I wasn't even supposed to graduate. I got boosted so that the university could save face because I was in the paper I did that I got boosted in was the most failed paper in the whole course for that bachelor's. So instead of failing everyone, because literally the whole class failed, they just boosted everyone. It was absolutely hilarious. It's like, are you actually allowed to do that? Like, I don't know if I want to actually color this in fully. Might be better if I put the shading on a different layer here. Oh, that's not right. I get that. I mean, I will say I was fortunate enough that I was finished with study by the time COVID came around. But it definitely still affected general job prospects and where I could go. I mean, the good thing is that my country, like down here, our government actually cared about COVID and actually put in like a lot of precautions to keep everyone safe. I mean, obviously there's still people who had to complain about it, but that was like the minority for the most part. I mean, I was working in Asia when COVID first started, so they were absolutely freaking out. It was actually surprising how different it was when I left Asia for a Western country. It was just like, I don't know, it just felt like no one cared about COVID at all when I landed in a Western country. I was like, wow, you guys don't give a shit. Like, obviously the airport cared about it because they have to. They'll get shut down if they don't. But everyone else basically didn't care about it at all. It was really amazing. Vegetable oil. You can vape vegetable oil. It actually sounds a little fun, but I also don't vape at all. I've considered getting a vape at one point because of how nice they smell, but that's mostly as a second-hand vape smoker. I mean, the only thing I'll say about vapes is I don't mind them. Like, compared to people smoking cigarettes, as someone who doesn't smoke, I'll be happier if you vape than if you smoked next to me, because they don't smell as bad. And I'll admit that I have purposely walked behind someone on the street who was vaping some, like, I think they had, was it roasted chestnut flavor or something as their vape, and I walked behind them 2 extra blocks just because it smelled so nice. So, you know. That's something you shouldn't do. Oh boy. Okay, I think I'm going to use this lighter blue now and do here, actually. Because I have, let's see, the right, left, we can close that, and we have the band in here now. And I know it's bad for you, but, you know, every now and then, just, not often, just occasionally when someone has a really nice smell. I know it's bad, like, it's just like the general, like, hilarity that, at the very least, it's not as annoying as someone absolutely smelling of, was it nicotine? Because that's really unpleasant if you're not a smoker. That is that part, and that is this part, and that is this part. Okay, this band actually has to go above everything else. That's the wrong one. This band has to go above everything else. That's the wrong one. Oh no, wait, no. Okay, we might have to actually split this up a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna make a new folder. This is the... Gonna call this breast over. We're gonna put the right and the left chest into here. We're gonna change this into the shirt torso. And we're gonna shift this into here. We're gonna delete this folder completely, and then we're gonna actually separate the band so that the waist portion of this is between this and this. So now it looks like this. Okay, that's what we want. Is chemistry that much mess? I haven't done chemistry since high school, so I wouldn't... I'm not going to comment too much on it, but... It was mostly, what, addition and subtraction, wasn't it? Oops. Okay, so... Now for this portion. Let's see. Oh yeah, I haven't done some of the back pieces. Should be fine for a bit. Let's see how to do this part. Oh yeah, I haven't decided on the color for this. Alright, time to decide on the color again. Oh boy. I really should have picked out my full color palette before starting. Alright, let's just actually put in the lower body so that I can actually look at it. A bio mixed with physics. Interesting. I haven't actually decided on skirt color either. You know, that could just be the navy blue. Let's see. Kind of want to keep to this like limited palette so that I don't have 10,000 colors. Go with the yeah, biophysics. You know, they taught us all of that stuff separately in school, so I do have some fun stories from chemistry. What was it? When I swapped, for some reason I got my class swapped like 3 times this one year, so it went from one chemistry teacher who wore absolutely every piece of protective clothing possible before touching any chemicals, even though, as they said it, the hydrochloric acid that we're handling in class was diluted to the point where it burns you about as much as water, but will still react. Well, I think was how they... Oh no, how do they describe it? No, it burnt as much as lemon juice on your skin. I think it was what they said. So we had one teacher who wore a shit ton of protective gear. Then the next teacher put his thumb on the test tube and shook it, and he was like, okay, this is how you mix chemicals. If your thumb stings, you should wash it maybe. And then the next teacher I got a straw out and just sucked up the chemical up the straw to transfer it between test tubes. So, you know. Like somehow throughout the year, I got like progressively less careful, and it was hilarious. What color should this be? Because there's like 2 layers and then a 3rd layer at the bottom. So this could be... I could really just work on 2 layers here, or I could... Alright, time to go look through some reference images again. Alright. It's time to steal someone else's color. I probably want to keep it within the range of blue and grey of some kind. And I do have the leeway to use some yellow based on the hair color. Actually, oh yeah, why don't I just use like this really light color? Because this is still somewhat close to the white color. Well, somewhat. Actually, how deep is this into the... Just... Mine would actually shift just up a bit, but also should be about there. Alright, let's just see how this looks. If I make it this color, and then just pop this across so it's like this, just below the clothing, so no one can really see this part anyway. So let's not be that careful. Then okay, that's a bit... I think that's a bit much. Maybe we'll just make him closer to white here. It stands out a bit too much for my liking, so let us... Like a little tint of a shade, or should I use the blue? Like another blue color, but make it like very close to white? Like fabric that I'm working with here, or that I'm imagining here. Product. Soda and pops. Is that just some combination? Oh yeah, it took me a long time to understand what people mean by pop, because we don't call soda pop here. I don't even know if we use the word soda here, actually. Because I usually would refer to carbonated drinks here as fizzy drinks. Yeah. Phosphoric. That's like a relatively safe acetal, isn't it? For the most part, but it's like I mean, well, anything's safe in low enough quantities, but why is there bugs whopping around my head again? Get away! What the heck? All right. I don't know if I like this color, but I might want to actually like color everything in before I make full judgment on this, because there's also a bottom piece that has to go below this. And then another bottom piece that has to go below that. Okay, we'll go with this color for now. Yikes, where did this light come from? The only chemical I hear a lot of that is very lethal, that for some reason is always present in murder dramas, is was it potassium cyanide? Because for some reason, in any kind of murder mystery case, if a murderer wants a tasteless, odorless poison, they can mysteriously always get their hands on potassium cyanide. And I'm actually genuinely curious as to what kind of applications it has outside of tasteless and murderless, or tasteless and colorless murdering, because it just appears way too often. Okay, so if this is like that, and we have the pieces above it like that, I'm really staring at this right now. Oh boy. Like, I think I should just color this all and then decide if I hate it later. What I think I'm going to do for this part is use this color actually. Can we turn off the arms? The arms are getting in the way. Where's the arms? What happens with brake fluid and chlorine? Does it explode? And I just presume anything that people like doing very randomly just explode. Because, you know, for some reason, as a human race, we love explosions. I'm just not going to question why we all love explosions. Combust. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Was it chlorine that, like, if it was in solid form, you just put it on water and it'll start, like, sitting on fire? Was that chlorine? I remember my school, was it in my high school, in the storage shed for all the chemicals, well, the storage concrete box that they keep the chemicals, they had to, keep the, I think it was chlorine, underneath a whole bunch of oil or something, so that it wouldn't ignite. And then when they brought it out for a experiment for class, it was just the most disappointing thing ever, because they brought this like tiny poot that was the same size as a fingernail, and it like fizzled on the water and just like didn't ignite. I was like, yo, that was like the shittiest science experiment ever. Oh, that was so disappointing. We're all really excited, as high schoolers are, about things setting on fire. Up. Alright, okay, I don't hate this. I might add some more detail to this later, but I think that actually looks fine. I think I need a lining onto the top piece here to make it look like it's actually got something that holds it together. Well, I definitely need something to make it hold together. Oh, I think I have to stop. Oh, what time? Oh, yep. Yeah, I need to finish up here. All right, but anyways, got most of this colored in, so we're along with the neck. Pretend the neck is colored in because the neck is colored in. All of these parts are colored in. Doesn't actually look as bad as I thought it might in some parts. Given how haphazardly I did the arms at first. At least that's how I felt. We've got something like this right now. That's not looking bad at all. Alright. I might finish this later on stream, but it's probably going to be like... If y'all all in Canada, it's going to be super late. I might finish this later. Or just another day. Looking good. It's not as problematic as I thought it's going to be. Yeah, stream's about to end. I need to eat dinner. It's dinner time here. Alright, but anyways, thanks for hanging out. If you aren't subscribed and want to know when I go live, then subscribe. All that good stuff. If anyone's watching the VOD for some reason after this, because, you know, stream VODs are like never possible to be found on YouTube. Hi. Please subscribe. To make it sound like I'm begging here. Alright. Anyways, cheers hanging out. I learned a lot of culture here today while working, so see y'all all another time.